We don't often talk about it, but deep down, most of us carry the same quiet fear. The fear of being forgotten, not just by those we love, but by the world, by time, by history itself. We want to matter, to leave something behind, to be remembered for who we were, what we did, and how we made others feel. It's why we take photos, write books, build things, make art, have children, and even post online. We want proof that we were here. We chase legacy because it gives us comfort. A sense that our time, brief as it is, left a trace. That our life was not just a flicker in the dark, but a small flame that touched something, someone, before going out. But where does this fear come from? At its core, it's tied to our awareness of death. The knowledge that all things end, not just us, but our stories, our names, even the things we built. One day, even the sun will burn out. So what chance do we have of being remembered forever? This is the tension we live with, the desire to make meaning in a world that guarantees nothing permanent. Philosophers across time have wrestled with this fear. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "All is ephemeral, fame and the famous as well." He understood that even great emperors would one day be forgotten, swallowed by time. And yet, that didn't stop him from trying to live with virtue, with intention, with grace. Because the point wasn't to be remembered. The point was to live in a way that felt true, right now. While it still mattered, maybe the fear of being forgotten isn't something to overcome, but something to understand. A mirror, showing us what we value most. We don't fear being forgotten by everyone, only by the ones who mattered, the ones we loved, the ones we hope to impact, to move, to inspire. We want to be felt, to be known, to be seen deeply enough that even after we're gone, some part of us lives on in the hearts of others. But memory is fragile. Even those we love, those we swore we'd never forget, fade from our thoughts over time. Faces blur around the edges. Laughter once vivid becomes distant, like a song heard from another room. Voices soften until we're not sure if we remember them or if we just wish we did. Moments we thought were eternal. The way they looked at us, the way the light hit the room, the silence we shared. All of it gets lost between the cracks of busyness, distraction, and passing time. And so we ask ourselves, where does that leave us? If everything fades, why do we try so hard to be remembered? Maybe that question, heavy as it feels, can lead us somewhere lighter, somewhere quieter, somewhere real. Perhaps it leaves us with a new kind of clarity, one that whispers gently but firmly. Rather than obsessing over how we'll be remembered, we might begin by simply focusing on how we show up today. Because today is all we ever truly have. This moment, this breath, this one interaction, unrepeatable, unrecoverable, utterly alive. We can choose to listen, not just with our ears, but with our attention, fully, without waiting for our turn to speak. We can help quietly, without posting it, without turning it into a brand. We can love without performing, without keeping score. We can sit beside someone in silence and make them feel less alone. We can give, not for legacy, but for the small, human truth that someone needed something, and we were there. Because in the end, it's not legacy that sustains us. It's connection, not the promise of permanence, but the truth of presence. A touch, a glance, a word remembered long after it was said. We may not control whether we're remembered. Memories will fade, stories will change, names will be forgotten. but we do control how we make others feel, right here, right now. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. Not to be eternal, but to be meaningful in the fleeting moment we're given. Not to carve our name into history, but to leave a quiet warmth in someone's heart. And maybe, just maybe, that's what it really means to live well. Not to fight being forgotten, but to embrace fully the beauty of being here.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.